Da, 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 da. Hi there! Hey, I'm Tom Beer Whisperer, and you're drinking with the Beer Whisperer. Whew. You know, we have a crazy weather. We're a little unseasonably hot for a little bit, and then it got really cold, like it's supposed to be this time of year. Now we're warmed up again. So I was ready to switch to fall brews, but you know, I'm gonna go in somewhere in the middle with Mother's Little Helper. Let me show you that bottle. Let me pour it, so we just don't stand there for 5 minutes like some folks, rambling on aimlessly before we get to the beer. Let's get to the beer first, because oh wow. It's got a great aroma. Because I want to read a little bit from their website. Hold on, bear with me. I'm going to pull up their website and read a little bit. Darker and bigger than most India Pale Ales, higher on the alcohol and hops, emphasizing aromatics. Okay, I just said it had a great aroma, but I hadn't read that yet. Anyway, 70 IBUs and 7%. That is pretty good size. Lucky Sevens, it says. Dry hops, yes. Late Kettle Whirl hops. Yes. Oatmeal, chocolate malt, caramel 90, golden promise, maybe. Dark copper to light amber color, Citra, Cascade, Centennial, Chinook, Summit, and Simcoe hops. Piney citrus aroma. There's a word I'm not familiar with. High cahumulone level hops for nice, sharp, penetrating bitterness. Okay, that says recipe evolved from original notes. So I don't know how much of that's still in there, but the bottle is labeled as 7% 70, so obviously that stayed with her. So let's take a look at her. I have seen some darker, but yeah, it does have more pigment than many IPAs. It's got more pigment than many double IPAs, actually. It's more of a copperish. Some get to a deep gold, and this, oh, I got to tell you, if you've never had this before, the aroma is brutal good. I've always been a fan of it because, well, I do like the great big IPAs. 770 is pretty big. The West Coasters tend to be a little bigger at, you know, some 7.5 and, you know, 85 to 100 IBUs. Oh. This one is big and oh wow, that's good. Hold on, let me enjoy that for a second. Then I'll talk. Oh, that was yum. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure why some IPA lovers wouldn't dig this. The only thing I can think of personally is the viscosity is a little thicker than many, a little thicker than most actually. Not that it's overly malty, because it is not, but it does have a thicker mouthfeel, maybe a tad syrupy. But I personally don't mind that. I only mind syrupy if it gets cloying and sweet on me. This one does not. Oh, wow, that is yum, yum, yum for my tum-tum-tum, I tell you what. The IPA in general is an interesting brew. You know, I mean, originally I don't need to go into IPA history because, well, you know, I mean, it's kind of been talked to death. The original IPA, though, India Pale Ale, it's quite different than what the American craft brewers are doing now. You know, that's why you hear a lot of talk about drinking fresh. You know, that's because it's not that these are going to go bad, because they're not. But most India Pale Ales, IPAs, are designed to taste a specific way. And if you shelf them for too long, the characteristics are going to change. The malts are going to change. The hops are going to change. The hop oils are going to dissipate. It's going to do some different things to you. Like I said, it's not going to go bad. It's only going to go bad if it's subjected to constant temperature change or direct sunlight, direct light constantly. Fluorescent light will also kill, from what I understand, too. But oh, gosh. But it's not going to go bad. It's just going to be different. But that's why there's such a big cry over drinking fresh, especially among IPA drinkers. You know, but this I kind of got off track here. What I was originally going to say is that a beer like this can be refreshing in the spring, summer, yet satisfying in the fall and winter, and that's what's kind of great about it. I mean, I love drinking it when it was 85, 90 degrees outside, and you know, now about 60, mid 60s. But it's also a great beer when it's when we're in the 40s, or below. You know, it's just one of those beers that's just going to taste good all the time. Mm. Oh, wow. A big hop flavor going on. Like I said, I'm not sure why some, I talked to a lot of people around here, and I talked to many that love it, and some say, I don't know. And the only thing I can gather from talking to people is the ones that don't dig it as much, like the lighter bodied IPAs. This one does have a fuller mouthfeel, and like I said, more viscosity than most out there. I'm not holding that against it personally because I like that, especially right now, especially in the fall. It does make it a beautiful fall beer. And I like the 770. I recently had the Bridgeport the Bridgeport IPA, which is 5.5 50 IBUs, I believe. So it's a little smaller, and that one was beautiful too. So I mean, it's hard for me to say which one I like better because I don't even consider them to be the same beers. You know what I mean? They're almost two completely different animals. At 5.5, that's certainly a beer that you could session. I don't consider 7% a session ale, although many do. I've kind of got that little gray area. I consider anything under 6% a session ale. I consider anything over 8% a big beer. So I do have that kind of that limbo, that purgatory, that 6 to 8. What do you call that? I think 6 is maybe still sessionable, 6.5. But once you get to 7 and above, I mean, I think guys like to brag about how much they can drink, but seriously, you're not going to session a 7% beer. Well, I'm not. I mean, there might have been a time in my youth, but I'm 47 now, so now it's about pacing, it's about enjoying, it's about relaxing, enjoying the beer. It's not about getting drunk, or it's not even about getting buzzed. To be honest with you, that's kind of that. That the buzz is that beautiful effect you get. That's the bonus, But that's not why somebody. Folks that really enjoy and love craft beer, you're not drinking for the buzz, because truthfully, most of us would drink these things if they, I mean, I would anyway. I mean, if you could make something that tastes like this with no alcohol, I'd drink it just fine. I mean, it's not always about just having a buzz. That's about a specific flavor, and I love this flavor. I mean, if you could make non-alcoholic beer affordable that tastes just like the real stuff, I drink it all day long. I mean, I don't think I'd drink soda pop again if that was possible. Oh, here we go. Well, we're down to the end here. Let me get a burp out, and I'll finish my last. Oh, that was good. So you could tell how good a beer is. Excuse me, by the way. The beer whisperer doesn't mean to be rude. You can tell how good a beer is by the burp it'll let you have. And obviously, that was a good beer. Let me read a bit from their bottle real quick here. I don't usually do pairings, but they give it to you on the bottle, so I feel obligated to read them. Goes great with pizza, Mexican food, Thai food, and most spicy dishes. Well, they're right, because if you've got something mild, it's going to overwhelm it. But yeah, spicy food is going to be fine. I would moles, I think, would be great. Curries even. I've got kind of an odd dinner going on tonight myself. We're doing huevos rancheros, and I think it'd work with that too. I've actually made my own beans. Well, I didn't make the beans; they were dried in a package. But I use the Dominican red beans I get at a place called Global Foods in Kirkwood, Missouri. So I did. I mean, I didn't pop them out of a can, is what I meant. I mean, they were started as dry beans, and I made my own. I'm also making my own sauce from some good chilies that I bought at that Global Foods market. I made my own sauce and. I'm going to make some Mexican rice. Mexican rice. I said Mexican rice. Yes, I did. Mexican rice. Not Spanish rice. There is a difference. Many will make Spanish rice. Most Mexican restaurants seem to want to serve Spanish rice. I like the Mexican rice better. And that's what I'm making for dinner. But something, but then again, I kind of rambled on a little bit, but those are big, bold flavors, and that's what you need if you're going to, if you're going to have a beer like this and food, you need those big flavors. So anyway, oh, just a great finish. Mother's Little Helper. For me, for the Beer Whisperer, I think it's got a beautiful aroma, one of the best. I also think it's just the flavor is amazing, and it's just got a great finish. So for me, I think it's an upper echelon IPA. For a single IPA, I'd put it in the top 10, absolutely. Beer geeks agree with me or disagree with me. I like to get this in the hands of some friends of mine from out of state, so they can try it. But I personally think it's a great IPA. So if you happen to visit through Missouri, come by and check out Mother's. And just so you know, I'm getting no kickback from Mother's. I paid for the 6-pack. I did buy it on sale, as the Beer Whisperer does. I found it for $6.97. I did get a bargain, but I did pay for it. So there you go. So I mean, it's not like I'm doing a shameless plug for the company. I just happen to really love the beer, and I love the fact that they are my local brewery. So hey, this time to Beer Whisperer, I'm getting out of here. Y'all have a great day. Ooh.